We'll talk final next week. I will give you the questions and we'll take the first 10, 15 minutes of class to do that. Because you had your SRIs today, so that's okay, ready? And our last group is, there will be 4 lessons going, 4 people, so give your attention to them. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have a partner, so it's just me.
It's just him.
All right, so today's lesson is going to be about symmetry. Exciting stuff, I know. So, let's say I start out with a really, really badly drawn square. Now, I want to split that square up. I want to share it with somebody else. I don't know how you share a square, but let's just pretend. So how would I split that square? And let's say this is one part, this is another part. It's not really equal, is it? Why I shouldn't use a Sharpie? Teachers can learn too. All right, so symmetry essentially boils down to splitting it equally, or, well, there's other definitions as well, but we're going to go with that one first. So everyone should have a worksheet in front of them. Did everyone good? Cool. All right, that means I made enough. On that worksheet, it's double-sided, by the way. So make sure you use both sides. On that worksheet, I have a bunch of geometric figures and non-geometric figures. And I'm going to ask you guys to work individually, not with partners. The partner activity comes later. And I want you to identify as many lines of symmetry as you possibly can find in the figures. Since it's black and white, it probably would work better to use like a pen as opposed to a pencil, but all you have is a pencil. Okay.
Does the line have to be straight?
No, the line does not have to be straight. I mean, it certainly helps if the line is straight, but it does not have to be. That's why you have some of the shapes on the sheet. The picture of the building on the back page, that is a little off-center, but it should split right down, just so you know. All right, so does everyone think they have a pretty good idea of where all the lines of symmetry are in the figures? Any that are giving you guys trouble? No? Nobody? You guys got everything? Okay. If I can get a few volunteers then. Would you like to come up? Try page 1. The first 2, please. Yeah. Just so it shows up better. All right, everyone got those? Pretty much easy to find. Actually, couldn't stay us. The second 2, I was just going to 2 at a time. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the second 2 are a little more difficult, but hopefully you guys all found that one. You couldn't find any for this one? All right. Did anyone find lines of symmetry for this 4th figure? Anyone at all? I know some of you did. You want to give it a shot? Just the 4th figure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I did it right now. That's it was like the swirl. Oh, that's I don't really know if you were
You can, I have 4.
doing it.
Kind of. You're on the right end, but here, I'll just.
Okay.
Did anyone else see what we were starting to get at here? This way. All right, make a little more sense now. Sorry about that. I know that one was probably one of the more difficult ones. And reasons why I should use chart again. All right. Volunteer for the back page. Anybody? Anyone at all? No negative consequences for coming up. Apparently you're being volunteered. If you don't mind. Let's just try a pen for this one. Oh, that works. Did anyone find any more for the second one, the diamond shape? Anybody? Yeah, you can keep going. Yep. You may as well finish the lobsters. All right, now how many of you guys actually got the diagonal ones as well as the straight, the up and down vertical ones? Okay, that's good. That's good. It would have been nice if you raised your hand, but all right. So these are some examples of symmetry. I had a couple real life versions and then a couple obviously fictional versions. With symmetry, it's just splitting, but evenly, so you have good reflection going both ways, or the equal parts, and I'm a little off here actually. But so this is, obviously we can see there's more than one type of symmetry. There's a straight, same on both sides, and we have, well actually that's like this. And then this one is obviously a different type of symmetry, as is this one. And I don't think I had, well, actually, argue this has a little bit of radial, which we will get to later, because I'm just the intro lesson. So, moving on. Can you guys, based on what we've done, can you come up with a good definition, a better definition of symmetry than the one that I used at the start of this lesson? Just talk to the person next to you, the partner with you. Try to come up with just a real quick, just blurb of how you would define symmetry based on the shapes that we've seen here on the page. And then just jot it down at the bottom. down, it's accepted. It doesn't have to be Oxford English Dictionary, really, but, you know. Anyone want to volunteer? No. Okay. How about over here? Let's hear your definition. Would you like to share?
We said the dissection of objects so that when you fold along the dissection, the sides will match up perfectly with each other.
Excellent. That is actually almost exactly what happened. So, good job. Gold star for you. Anybody else feel like sharing? Okay. Indeed. But how about back there?
We were talking about how it has to be like a perfect reflection.
Perfect reflection. Good. That actually raises a point that I'm going to get to in just a sec. Was that the extent of it, just perfect reflection?
Yeah, because we were talking about how like it could be the same amount of area, but still not be equal. Like for a rectangle, you can't do diagonals.
Also a very good one, because it doesn't fold over itself, right? Okay, so the second part of this, now we have a rough idea of the basic concept of symmetry. Actually, before I do this, can I get any examples, aside from the limited choices I offered on the sheet, some examples of symmetry that you would find just in everyday life? Something you encounter, like when you left class?
Like a, well,
Very good. Perfect example, actually. Back?
Usually for the most part, the human body.
For the most part, human body. With some glaring exceptions, but yeah. Like Da Vinci's, what do you call it? Yeah. The guy. He's symmetrical. Any others before we move on to the next lesson? Next phase? Nope? Okay, cool. So for this one, you guys are actually going to be in partners. So there should be one, two. They have to have one with the three. So this is actually going to be something called transformation. Symmetry. All right, so what you guys are going to do, the partner on the left is going to take, they're going to draw something. Pretty much anything, as long as it's, within the bounds of decency. They're going to draw something like, I will draw that. I don't even know what that is. And then the partner on the right is going to try to mirror that. So draw the, I actually probably should have done All right. So, partner on the left gets to draw the first shape. Partner on the right has to mirror them. If your partner is a terrible drawer, I'm sorry. Or if your partner's a really, really good drawer, that might also be a problem. So. Well played. What's yeah. Okay, that's just sadistic. It's very cool, I won't dispute that, but that's going to be an absolute nightmare to draw. It's also technically symmetrical already. Try again. I think you kind of did your job for me, so. All right, how many of you guys have done? How many of you guys have not done? All right, yeah. Sorry about that. If I can have any of the groups that have completed, would you guys like to bring yours up and just show it off? No? Okay. If you don't mind. All right. Perfect.
There it is.
Okay. Here's
Are you
the
kissing?
essence and or snakes kissing. Creative. Good. Nice job. And those were pretty close to mirror image, so that's acceptable. Okay. Great. All right. Right. A for effort. A minus. Anybody else? Actually, how about we switch it around? How about the person on the right now tries to draw something and the left tries to draw something? Hopefully there's no hard feelings from the first exercise. But I'm betting not.
That's kind of.
If it takes up too much space on the page, you can like overlap the shapes. Alright, you guys have 20 more seconds for this.
No, I just kept saying that.
Okay, if anyone's still working on theirs? Anyone still working on theirs? Guys all good? Alright, how about you guys in the back? Would you like to bring yours up?
Yeah, hold on. It's really bad. It's really bad.
As long as it's remotely similar to the shape on the left. Right.
It's not really. Please.
Anyone else feel a little more confident in their design? No? Alright. That is actually what we call a symmetry transformation, where you take the one shape and then you mirror it along something called, I misplaced my marker. The line of symmetry, which we are going to discuss more in the next presentation, which will be done by Dan.